A viewer that I play a little bit of rocket science. I'd be a criminal not to. Hi, Joe. Man, that hurt. Good morning. It's 6 a.m. Ow! That hurts. All right. Make a new rocket. We're gonna go to space. First things first, we're just gonna make a satellite. Actually, make quite a big satellite here. Nah, I'm not gonna make a big satellite. I want to, but I don't. We're gonna make a. We're gonna make a medium-sized satellite. Actually, it's gonna be pretty good. I need to change the game name. Yes. There's 50 people watching rocket science right now.
Yeah. You look at the clock and you're like, wait.
That's weird. It said that there was 52 people watching it. I was about to say. That's great. But no. It's to be expected. Anyway, back to it. Need to make a satellite. Honestly, that's a little too big. We have a one cone. No, I won't go. Let's just take a dual core. And that's a 4 core. It's a dual core. And we'll need a dual core reaction wheel. And that is, oh, dude, that's one hell of a probe. Phoenix, my cat, is gonna act out. What? It's not giving me any TWR. Let's get that fixed, yeah. Launch. Bye. Not working. We hit D. Alright, D. We hit S. Right? We can change the config here. And we have about 1,031. Let me go back to G. Alright, so 1,400. 600. Data boy. Wait a minute. Damn, son. That's a 6,000. That's a 6,000? Yeah, well, no. Oh, ha, ha. Nice. No. Hmm. That is on crazy probe. That thing can get to Saturn on its own. Dude. Doda. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, 6,000. Dude, 6,000, dude. Masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The question is, will that fill in uh will that fill in? Right? So what fit. That's interesting. Um Stem time. That's a true to okay. Good for me. Risky. Pretty risky. I don't know though. Think she'll make it. Yeah, yeah, she'll make it. Legendary. Let's get that reaction time now. And let's grab Mofo. This is psychotic. This is the coolest rocket I've ever built. I mean, this is the craziest probe core I've ever seen that I've ever made. I hope it works. Right, so I'm gonna need that. It's 4,000, but no turning. Need to match this config here. All right, so we have 24 freaking TWR. Now that is something to be proud of. Wait, the 3J2s. What a stunning, absolutely stunning piece of equipment. What a stunning piece of equipment. I'm just happy with that. You're like, this doesn't look like a rocket. This doesn't look like a rocket. Because I'm building it. Building it from the pieces. of our solar system. And nobody can tell us what to do. 4,000 plus 6,000. That's 6, 7, 8, 9,000. 9 grand. This probe has the capability to go to Sedna. 172181. Did he add the? Mm-mm. I think I might have made the best rocket. Didn't it? I mean, I think I did. I mean, this is just grand. Now, just gotta, like, before my dreams are out of it. It fits. What a stage. Genuinely. This thing could go to Sedna. I actually might have built something to reach Sedna. I literally might have. Rocket Science Tour version 4. Open a file location. This PC. I go to my developer tools. And we're gonna just open the mission planner. And then we're gonna pin this to my taskbar. And then we're gonna open up my rocket science tour. Now unpin that. Then I copy this into there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're gonna open that up. And we're gonna pin that taskbar. Open that up. And pin that to the taskbar. I need to rename this to 0.4. And I made this application, guys, so Right, there's my rocket science tour log and video. So yeah, guys, tutorials, videos, how to use it. But anyway, the reason I needed to do that is because if we go to rocket science tour right now, we go all the way out here, we can see that Sedna, right? Sedna is chilling all the way out here in the end of our solar system. Okay. Why is that important? Well, I will tell you why. Right here, Sedna's atmosphere begins at an altitude of around 500 kilometers. The best time to launch this spacecraft is between October and November. This is the Earth. This is when the Earth and Sedna are closest to each other. And the journey time is the shortest. Sedna's atmosphere is composed primarily of nitrogen, which traces amounts of methane and carbon monoxide. Sedna is a large trans-Neptunian object and a possible dwarf planet located in the outermost reaches of the solar system. Right? It has a highly eccentric orbit around the sun, and you can see that here, right? Of literally how intense. It's hard to see. Let me scoot it over here. You can see right here. And yes, my program is using a graphics card to render this image to whatever size the window is. Thanks to yours truly. Right, so you can see here, this is the eccentric orbit, meaning that this thing is really big. Big guy. Far, far away. Right, so as you can see here, Jupiter, then you have our belt, right? Kuiper belt. And in that Kuiper belt, you have a bunch of rocks. Right? It's important to know that. It's important to know these are real photos, by the way, taken of from satellites. And this is a 3D model of what they believe the sucker looks like. It is what it is. Right? So that's Sedna. And we also have Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, and all this info for you. And a live real solar system, and their orbits are all 100% legit. So whenever you're trying to visualize rocket science and you're like, okay, well, Earth and Mars need to be around here, and then I'm able to reach Earth and Mars. Now, the orbits are not 100% like circular, but I accumulated the math correctly, so. You see, Earth will be coming around, and it would eventually get close to Mars. Now, when this happens is the greatest time to launch towards the planet. But how do you know when that is, what day that is, right? What day is that? That's where the mission planner comes in. It'll take the day of the game date, right? And then you're able to then go in and launch on that day. So let's go to school. Let's go to school one time, okay? Because whenever I'm doing a rocket science stream, I love to be educational. So let's do that now. We're gonna go and watch one YouTube video. So we're gonna be short. And it's going to explain we're going to explain these things. We're going to explain Earth and Mars rocket launch dates. And we're gonna do just the basics.
How do we launch things into space? You've probably seen beautiful photos of Earth and other planets in our solar system. Those photos were often captured by spacecraft, robotic explorers doing their work far away from Earth. But how exactly do we send these spacecraft so far away? Well, it starts with a rocket. A really, really big one. Why rockets? A spacecraft and basically everything else on Earth is held down by Earth's gravity. However, a rocket burns fuel, called propellant, to push away from Earth and against gravity. This creates a force called thrust. A rocket needs enough fuel and thrust to speed up to at least 17,800 miles per hour. That's how fast you'll have to get going to fly above most of Earth's atmosphere and stay in orbit. Next, the rocket will release the spacecraft, but when that happens depends on where you're going. A spacecraft that orbits Earth is sometimes called a satellite. A satellite is released from a rocket at a specific distance from Earth. There, it keeps going around Earth in a circular path, an orbit. This happens because there is a balance between the energy the satellite picked up from the rocket, called momentum, and the pull of Earth's gravity. The balance of these two forces can keep a satellite in orbit for many years. But what happens if you want to go farther than Earth? If you're trying to get to another planet, you'll need a fast rocket to overcome Earth's gravity. And you still need to release the spacecraft from the rocket. But you'll also need to figure out the best time to leave Earth to get to that planet. Take Mars, for example. Every 2 years or so, Mars and Earth are closest together. This is the best time to go to Mars, since it will require the least amount of fuel and...
So you see that? You see what I said? Now listen.
time to get there. And if you want to explore even farther planets like Saturn, plan carefully. For example, will your spacecraft want to encounter Mars or Jupiter on its way to Saturn? But don't worry, all the planning is worth it when you end up with a view like this one. Find out more about our solar system at NASA Space Place.
So bam, okay? Now they just were really basic about it and they didn't go into like intense ass, you know, rocket sciencey math, right? Okay. But that's really it, right? So we're gonna launch from here and then pow, and by the time we get back to the other side, we should hit Mars, right? So that's the math right there. So you go from here, line up, and the second we're lined up, it's on that date, right? It's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. Earth's about to reach. Earth's about to reach. Any minute now. Any second now. And all the planets are coming into alignment. This happens. And boom. Right there. That's when you're going to launch. Right? So then we're going right? And we're like right here, right? And we're here, right? We time it just perfectly, right? We add burn to go out. We're here. And by the time, we're probably more like right here. Actually, more realistically, we'd be like right here. We're burning, 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 right? Burning, burning, burning. We're going slower than the planet, right? We'd be going a lot slower than the planet. Right. And then we would then burn and it pushes us out, right? And then boom, we've got an influence. We pull into that Mars influence of gravity, then we're still going past the planet, so we turn around, we aim towards the planet, we burn till the gravity is gonna pull us into a circular motion, and then we get our orbit, and then we land. Okay? Landing on a planet is hard. Alright. That's what that is. Right? So why did I talk about 4,000 and 6,000? I'm going to tell you why I talk about that. Okay? When we leave Earth, okay? First of all, it takes about 10,000 just to get off of Earth and get into what's called solar orbit around the sun. Right? And what is solar orbit? Solar orbits Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are considered to be sun satellites, our planets, right? And all of its asteroids, the Kuiper belt, and all of the rocks that are between, outside of Jupiter, right here. Excuse me, I burped. Right? And so we go Saturn, right? We go all these big planets, right? So think about it like this. We're going to get into orbit around Earth, right? So we get into orbit around Earth. Well, Earth has a specific range until all of a sudden Earth is just, well, I can't catch you no more, right? We could just sit there and rotate around the planet and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster until we just left, right? Or we could essentially say this is Earth. We could burn from here and then burn right here. And then the Earth pulls us back. We're coming real fast. We've increased speed. Burn right here and use the inertia to get out of the planet. Right? Rocket science has become so advanced and we've become so efficient that we can do this almost instantly off of one burn. Right? Right. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So that is explaining it in layman terms. Then we leave Earth's atmospheric whatever, and now we're sitting outside of Earth and we're in the sun's gravity. The sun's gravity, right, is going to pull us around the same speed of Earth, right? So then when we make a burn, right, we're going to be one of these circles, and this oval is going to either get bigger, or if we burn the other way, it's going to get smaller. We're going to go towards Venus and towards Mercury, right? We burn with Earth, right? We're going to go towards Mars and towards Jupiter. All right. So these are the two directions, right? We're burning away, right, from the orbit that we're moving in. Then we're going to shrink, go to Venus, go to Mercury. Our orbit's going to shrink. We burn with that orbit's going to expand. Right? There are some tricks. There are some tricks to actually do this to where you could actually, while leaving Earth, right, on the track, you can kind of slow down, right? Because you've kind of slingshotted yourself, and you're flying, and all of a sudden, you're not really there though. You're still in Earth's influence, right? But you're leaving it. You can turn around and start slowing down just enough to adjust your trajectory around the sun and adjust your slingshot, right? And that's how they do it. So with Earth to go to Mars, they'll burn around. So let's just say the sun is Earth. They're gonna burn. Then they're gonna change directions randomly in up, down, left, right, right? X, Y, all of those. And then they're going to essentially turn around. And then they're going to leave. And once they just pop out of Earth's atmospheric whatever, they're on the path to go to Mars. And they're literally there already, right? That's advanced, right? You need calculators to do that. My cat really is being annoying, and I need to take care of this. Hold on. You get out. Out. Upstairs and stay out. Sorry about that. I swear, when cats get older, they just get very strange. They get very strange. All right. So basically, that explains it. So we are going to do that. Now, why do I bring up meters a second, right? You're like, God damn it, man, get to the point. Well, if you didn't know that, you wouldn't understand the next part, okay? And meters a second, all right? Meaning how much fuel you have to push, right? You need a lot of it. If you want to get to Jupiter, you're going to need a lot of fuel. A lot. Okay? A lot. And these values, I'm not going to tell you the specific values, every single one of them. What I want you to do when you buy rocket science, right, is I want you to really do rocket science research and understand the actual true values that you need in fuel to reach these areas. But I will tell you, I'll give you a cheat, all right? Mars is 4,000 to reach it. If you are required more fuel than 4,000 to get to Mars, okay, you have failed miserably on your launch date, and that is not efficient, okay? The launch date matters in rocket science. In Kerbal Space Program, it doesn't matter because you have infinite fuel. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. You practically have infinite fuel because they have really advanced fuel stuff, okay? But that's expected because they're going to be adding in different solar systems that you can go to and stuff. So you got to have a large amount of fuel. All right. Right. All right. Anyway, we need 4,000 to get to Mars. For reference, well, one stage is carrying 6,000. Okay. So as you can see here, we do some calculations. 4,000 to get to Mars. That's how much we have in one stage. Right? Then we have 6,000, which will get us to about here, right? Jupiter, right? So we already are halfway to Jupiter with our rocket build right now. As you can see. When we go back to rocket science, go ahead and close this for now. Right. So we have 4,978, almost 5,000, plus 6,000, 6, which is 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're at 10, almost 10,000. In the solar orbit, that's a lot, right? But in the Earth orbit, that is nothing, absolutely nothing. You need 10,000 to escape Earth. I'm going to say that one more time. You need 10,000 to get away from Earth. Earth is a strong son bitch. Is a very strong son bitch. Okay? Like, it is one of the strongest son bitches out there. Alright? Because, think of it like this. We're going to make a spacescape here. And in the spacescape, I'm going to... I need to make a program that does this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say Earth. Right, and then a paint. I'm gonna make a Microsoft Paint, but for like space demonstrations. I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that after I'm done building this rocket. That'd be a really fun thing to do on stream today. All right. Anyway, here's Earth. Okay. All right. Here's Earth. Once we move. We've got an orbit around Earth, okay? And that's a circular orbit, okay? This is a 3D view. And we're going to also do a overtop view as well of our orbit. And this is going to be a zoomed out, photo of it, okay? So we're going to do that as well. So then we're going to grab that and we're going to adjust it to be like this, right? We have a periapsis and we have an aposis, right? And those two things are the when you want to burn the most, right? If I want to shrink, I want to burn at the points that the orbit is closest or furthest from the object, right? Right. That's what periapsis and aposis. That's all that means, and that's the most efficient time to burn. So if you are around said planet, mission planner... Sorry, rocket science. You're said around said planet, right? Mercury here, okay. Once he's at his aposis or whatever, right? Boom. That's when he burns to increase his, orbit around the sun. But if he did that, we'd all die. All right, so let's make sure that Mercury stays where he's going to stay. But he's not going to stay where he's going to stay because planets are always kind of moving, regardless of our feelings or not, right? Regardless of this diagram, over a long period of time, planets will eventually just decide to drift away, like our moon, for instance. And speaking of our moon, we're going to make our moon, okay? So here is our moon, and I'm going to undo that because that was incorrect. Here's our moon. So our moon is around Earth now, but the moon is really far away, okay, from Earth. Like, it is actually super duper far away from Earth. But why is the moon important? The moon tells us really the influential mass of our planet Earth here, which is this guy. Okay. And so if you see a really big influential mass and you are seeing a moon really far away from a planet, you understand that that planet's mass is absolutely redundantly massive. Right? And Earth's one of those guys where we may not look like much, but we have a very heavy mass planet. All right. And so why do I talk about that? Why is that important? I'm going to talk about the uphill structure. Okay. And this is really important when you're trying to understand to escape, right? Getting to a planet is easy because I'm going to talk about hills. I'm gonna like make this very simple for you, right? So say we have a hill, okay, and I'm gonna make this like a proper hill. Actually, I'm gonna make it more impressive. And we actually want to go the other way, right? Because this is the proper representation, right? So say we have a hill, okay? And that hill is where we need to go, right? It's our path, right? Where's that bucket? There it is. Right? It's our path, right? And so as we are leaving Earth, Earth is pulling back on us, right? Okay. So not only is the Earth pulling back on us, right? But the closer we are to the planet itself, okay, the harder Earth is pulling back on us, right? So we are at the worst possible time to launch, and that is on the surface, right? We have no choice. It is what it is. But we also have other factors pulling back on us, okay? We have then the atmosphere pulling back on us until we eventually leave, right? Until we eventually leave. And this is what creates that hill, okay? Right? So we're at that hill. So for instance, boom, that hill is super tall, okay? And that requires a lot of fuel to get through, right? And once we get to about here, okay, our hill is a little bit smaller, right? And when we get to about here, let me mark where the hell I'm. When we get to about here, our hill is a little bit smaller. And when we get to about here, our hill is a little bit smaller because we're getting further away from the planet and there's less gravity, right? And as you can see, getting away from a planet has quite the task. And so if we are a heavy mass, if we are a high mass, right, that hill is going to be extraordinarily difficult to escape, right? Right. So if I want to get away from Earth, okay, it's going to be a lot harder. All right. So let's go the other way. All right. So let's just say we got away from Earth. Now we got to come back. Okay. All we got to do is drift right back into it. And what's going to happen? What's going to happen when we drift right back into it? Well, we're going to be pulled right to it. We're going to be pulled right to it. It's going to assist us to it, right? It's like an aimbot, right? It's going to assist us straight to it. And it's going to say, all right, welcome home. And then all we got to do is burn away from it, right? To slow down. Why? Because you're moving this way. And as you can see, if you do not slow down, you will get you will be slingshotted by its assist back out into the ether of no more Earth, right? So we're just gonna burn until we slow down. So if this is a heavier mass, we need to probably burn a lot less because it's gonna influence us more. Make sense? Now it's the opposite. When you're dealing with tiny amounts of things with mass. So if I have something with like no mass whatsoever and I'm trying to catch it, I have to burn a lot of fuel to slow down, right? Then that's when it becomes difficult, right? The greatest thing about Earth and the Moon is that they are really heavy and really massful objects. Our moon is really known to have a lot of mass. It's cool. So getting from Earth is really hard because you gotta go all the way up this big hill. And then grabbing the moon, you gotta take your time, to just kind of wiggle your right back to Earth, right? Just go this way, right? And then right as we're about to escape, we already know we're on an escape trajectory, right? And then we just burn before that until we eventually reach, right, the moon. Same thing for giant planets, okay? Same thing for giant planets. So again, to escape go past the moon, to go past all of that, and to get into solar orbit, it cost us 10,000. It is all about speed. And speed is how we escape, right? Speed is how you increase this orbital line, right? Let's go ahead and showcase that, right? If I have more speed away from the planet, my circle is going to be further from the planet, right? Or with the planet, right? Is in space, that's not how it works. You can't just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna lock onto the moon and hit fire, and I'm gonna go there. You would need like a planet size full of fuel to do that. All right, so what you do is you go into orbits and then you burn right here, and that increases this side. And then if I burn right here, that increases this side. And that's how you adjust your orbits. If I burn right here, that increases this side. And I burn going the direction of the orbit, right? Which is this direction, and this direction, and this direction, and this direction. Now, if I burn the opposite direction, I turn around, okay, and say we're orbiting this way, and I burn this direction. So I'm burning this direction. My orbit's gonna shrink, and then I wait till I'm on. This side, and I burn in the inverted direction because we switch sides. Boom, and just like that. All right, and that's how we shrink. That's how we get closer, right, to a planet. Right, and then we touch the atmosphere. The atmosphere either burns us up because we're coming in too hot, or we've slowed down enough, right, using orbital mechanics to hit that atmosphere. Then that atmosphere automatically slows us down because it's a bunch of drag, and then it's like whoa, I'm shrinking, and then all of a sudden you got a crash course onto that planet. Then you fly in like an aircraft, right? Or you use your parachutes or whatever your safety systems are to prevent you from hitting the planet, right? So then that is it. Okay, those are the basics to rocket science, and you must learn these. You must learn the math. You must go in, you must understand these things. If you do not understand these things, you are going to be miserable in your experience. But that is the fun of it. That is the absolute fun of it. So that is my explanation. Orbital mechanics simplified in the best way I could possibly give you. All right. And so we have 6,000, but there's a reason we need to get another 4,000 plus 6,000 to get home, to get off of the rock. Okay. All right. So to do that, we're going to need young moolah, more fuel and push. Let's do that. So we're gonna need to grab a one of those. Actually not yet. There's nothing attached to that. I'm a doofus. All right, we're gonna need one of these. Needs to add a big reaction. Jeez. No, flip. There we go. Right. So that's beautiful. Okay. And oh, I love it. I love that. I really do. Like, look at that. Looks so good. Looks so nice. Um, Houston, we might have a problem on stage 2. We have 2 fuel caps. We need to sort this situation. We're gonna test fly this fucker. It's gonna have enough to launch off to Earth, but I just need to make sure that it actually takes off. It's not good, dude. It's not good, dude. This fuel type is not correct for this rocket. That's a damn shame. I wanted to use the J2 hydrogen rockets, but we can't. Okay. Right. That's exactly what I thought. TWR is 56. That's not enough. We need to get to 1.0 to escape Earth. We don't do that. We're bad news bears, dog. Honestly? That would also decrease weight. Actually, this isn't a bad idea at all. Here we go. Stage 2 test. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Come on. That's a lot of power. And then the atmosphere is going to drag us down. And we're about to hit terrible fucking situations, right? So, control-wise, that stage was good. We are about 15,000 meters above Earth. This is about to be crashed. I mean, this is literally all we did, okay? This is what I'm telling you when I tell you that Earth ain't a joke, okay? Earth ain't a joke, all right? It is not a joke. It is not to be trifled with, okay? All right, so it looks like my rockets are not cantered in a way that I want them to be. I want them to be 100% correct, meaning that, well, that's you're gonna need to learn about rockets, all right, because and like how thrusters and like thrust balance works and like thrust lines and all of that, okay, because that's important and it's relevant here. So we need to start with a 5 innard. This could be efficient. I mean, it really could be efficient if I can nail it. Hell, I'm going from 4,000 to 5,000, so it is more efficient. But we just need to get this thrust line correct. So we're going to try that. It just sucks because ain't no way. I'm just trying to get symmetrical, guys. This is all about symmetry, and it's really, really hard. Got it. And that is symmetrical. Thank you. So now how do we create symmetry on the other side? Just like that. All right. One. Two, three. Not symmetrical. Alright, so we need to symmetrical. Barely, dude. It's barely symmetrical, but it is symmetrical. Okay, I like it. It looks good, and boy, is that a hard variation to do, I tell ya. If that symmetricalness, symmetry works, I'm gonna lose it. Seven. Eight. Come on, get to 10. Prograde. And TWR check 2.9. And lock. You're gonna start an efficient burn here. $2.50. And 3.0. And speed. Miko. Roll check. Roll check. Roll check. All right. Roll check confirm. Here we go. Bearing check confirm. Bearing check confirm. Extend check. Extend check confirm. Retract check confirm. Roll check confirm. Roll check confirm. And we have directions. Retrograde check. Retrograde good. Retrograde slow. Power check. Extract. Expand. Okay, and radial in check. Radial in check confirm. TWR check. And Waypoint check. All right, here we go. Retract, recharge check, recharge check, confirm. Begin burn now. Stabilize now. Directions check, fail. Directions check, fail. Probe is inverted. PWR check is 2.0. And POSIS is climb. POSIS will pass. Apple has passed. Efficient burn, check. Apple check. Apple fail. Manual at about 30. Reaction fail. Reaction fail. Holding 30. Manual orbit. Holding 30. Manual orbit. Hold. And hold. Prograde check. And hold. We are in deep space. Burn time. And 104 check. And we have orbit. Orbit confirm. Manual complete. That Earth looks absolutely stunning. You couldn't ask for a better picture than that. All right, here we go. We're gonna go 104. give it a little bit more. We're going to go about 130. I'm comfortable there. Right, we're going to shrink this down here. 2,000. Retrograde check. Recharge check. Recharge check. And we're going to go ahead and warp. And shrink. 1,000. Down to 400. Barely have any fuel left. Burn it out. Burn it out. And we go home. Crash Course Oceanary set. Here we go. And we're going to set this to home. And we should fall into the ocean. Let's go. Ocean and Crash Course. Set to the Earth. Here we go. We should hit the atmosphere here soon. Retract. And set prograde. We're going to destroy this. Make sure that we don't have it lingering. And we're going to fast forward time. We've got the Rocky Mountains, it looks like, right below us. I'm joking. We're in like Asia. Alright, once we hit about one... Oh, you can't see any of my... We're about 137 kilometers into the atmosphere now, or above the atmosphere, and we're going to be bouncing off of it for a while now, till we hit the ocean. And we're fast forwarding time until we hit that point. And this is orbital mechanics, guys. This is as simple as it is. It's not simple, I know. Alright. Here we go. We're at 126. Atmosphere's about to consume us. We're about to hit the ocean and send this spacecraft home. AKA to its grave. So our first upper stages to reaching our planets or our probes is complete. The sun is not on this side of the planet, so we should not be able to see any ocean. It will be a dark death. And we can kiss this sky goodbye as we smash into the oblivion. 100 kilometers and we're hitting... at this point, the atmosphere plumes, as you can see. You're starting to see the layers of the atmosphere bounce off the sun. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. And we're at 96,000. 95,000. 93,000. 92,000. 80,000. Here we go. 80,000, 70,000. 70,000. 70,000, 60,000. We're starting to get dragged. You can see the nav ball is freaking the freak out. 40,000, 30,000 feet. Approaching 30,000 feet. 30,000 feet approached. Passing threshold 30,000 feet. 30,000 feet now. 30,000 feet. 20,000 feet. In a matter of literally a second, 20,000 feet. That's how fast you're going. I want you to put that into perspective that you will do 20,000 feet in an entire one Mississippi. That is how fast you are going. All right. That is the equivalent of an airliner going to its maximum altitude when you are taking off to go from California or go from California to Japan. 35,000 feet is highest the plane will go. It goes from that all the way to the ground, right? Up to that in a second. That is how fast you are going. All right. So our top stages are 150% done. They should reach. This is a deep probe. Its goal is to just simply go into the sun orbit and chill. Right. We are symmetrical now, and we have solved our problem. That's why I always start with building a rocket at the top and move your way down. Right. So we're gonna grab a little piece here. Right. And once we grab that piece there, we're gonna then take our gas can and we're going to try to create something out of nothing. Need to put that there. Right. All right. So then what we need to do is grab another stage here of we need solid rockets. We need bigger power. This is to get us away from Earth. Right? We need a lot of it. We need a lot of power. So we are going to change this to a nitrogen base. Or sorry, hydrogen base. And then we're going to grab our piece of equipment there. We have an upper hydrogen secondary pusher stage, so to speak. All right. And we're going to need a hydrogen turn rocket. That's a 1,000. It's not good. Then we got hydrogen top end here. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Still 1,000. Hydrogen's really not looking to be efficient, and it's kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy, actually. Need to update that because that is not correct. Right. There we go. We got 1,000. Damn, are you serious? I got about 6 J2 right there. I mean, that's beautiful. But uh, that's not gonna ignite in our atmosphere. Uh, so that's 1,000, but it's not enough. Boy, is it not enough. You're telling me what I think you're telling me. That's ridiculous. Come on, dude. Do better than that. You really can't do better than that? Okay. 1,900 is really just garbage. Beyond all garbage. We're gonna have to switch the variant here. We're gonna go with a burner. Let's go ahead and delete that. Better. No, too much power though. A little too much. Just a little bit too much. Wait. Did he add the ability? I need to talk to him, to Arjun right now. Arjun. This is a genius mechanic. There's a feature that I literally just need right now that would make this super better. Stunning. This feature that I just literally told him to add is absolutely stunning. And I can't tell you about it, okay? Because A, it might be put on hold, or B, I'm gonna shut up. Alright, back to it. Alright, so parts. This is too powerful. No. This is taking... Okay, yeah, that's better. It's 2,000. It was at 2,000. What the fuck was that? 2,500. This is 2,500. This is 2,501. So yeah, this is much better. Okay, we need a little less than that. Okay, and then also he needs to, okay. Alright, and then, another thing, there's a UI, there's like a UI thing that I'm asking and that we're gonna change. That'll complete the update. Okay. UDMH TO. Then we gotta focus on getting these to be accurate. Efficiency of the hydrogen is not correct, but that we can do later. We need to get this main feature that I need like yesterday. Anyway, 104. Okay. Alright, and 5,000. We didn't need steering. Velocity vectors. Uno. Goes. Let's launch that. I just want to see how good that's gonna turn. All right. assembly shop, we wait till the next day. We need to launch this rocket. Alright, there we go. Alright. It's daytime. Roll check, confirm. Roll check, confirm. That's stable. Your stage is good, self-destruct. Assembly shop. Alright. Assembly shop. And we're gonna go back to here and we're gonna start blowing up all of our junk. Yeah. Alright. This is good. This is much better, actually. I actually like it a lot. Here we go. So, we're gonna take this away. And we're going to... Yeah, I guess I just need more. I really need more. That's 2,500, man. I mean, if that's 2,500, then that means that... That's 4,000. Which should give me... We're just underweight, though. $3,000. $4,007. $4,005. Let's just go inefficient for compression. Yeah. All right, let's grab that. This is where it gets hard. Okay, this is where it gets really difficult. This is where the money, like the money counts. All right, so we're at 2,000. Fucking hey, dude, no way. There's no way that this is just 2 grand, dude. Okay, and also he needs to. Okay, I need to. Make sure that I do not show that to you. Alright, this is only 2,000. Way. You tell me I'm at 4 grand right now in total. We need to be better than that. We need to be better than that. Oh, you know what? You know what? I know how to fix that. Hey, knock it off. $1,002. Hondo. Better. You just keep creating stages like that. Come on. Fudge off. We need this. Oh, that's beautiful. It's 97 TWR. That's okay. It'll have a bunch of TWR to add to that. That should give me a total of I could just up it out a little bit. $3,000. It went from 2,500 to 3,000. So that's good. It's not good. Did it all. So that's 2,000. And it's a 4. That gives me 5,000. In total, which is decent. Yes, these rockets are big. And that TWR is 42, it's not gonna cut it. That's 64. Not gonna cut it. Alright, so we're gonna add another layer of truss line. That should put us to 5,000. And we're gonna need to cone this off here. Those are gonna strike and blow up, create friction gaps, and those friction gaps are gonna kill you. So we just need to reduce friction. So we'll take this, and move it away, and we're gonna grab a spacer, and we're going to place it so. We need to make sure that this is symmetrical. Right. No more friction gaps. Well, we still have friction gaps, so. We're gonna just test it, actually. Okay, and this could work here. 5,000, 1.37. Launch test rocket number 1, first stage. Alright. We go. Direction check. Direction check. Check. It's sluggy. It's trying. It's trying. We've reached the 10,000 mark and we're holding. Push through that atmosphere. This is a crazy atmosphere, guys. More weight equals harder it is to work. All right, we're at 30. We need to touch the equator and get started on speed. There we go. This is the big money. Okay, this is where I need to see like a crazy amount of freaking TWR. I need to see it. Come on. I need you to go to come on. 3,000 is not the come on, dude. You're telling me 3,000's 4,000. Okay, that's better. $4,400. It's holding. All right, we're at 4,400. Can we reach? All right, we're at 5,000. It's not great. It's not great. Really. All right, 6,000. $7,000. Close. We gotta get to 10. We gotta get to 10 because this stage right here has to get to 10. can't go into the next stages. It did not have any friction issues, so it's good. All right, 6,000. And then we're gonna need to add more power. Or more fuel. After this, probably. Oh shit. 5,000. We're not stuck. Oh no, it's not good. Yep, we're stuck. Happens. Happens when you don't space things. It's really stuck. It's not just a little stuck, it's really stuck. Alright, so we need to fix that. Alright. Hello. Hello, Fox. How are you doing? Sorry, I was building. Here we go. 10,000. Oh shit. I just woke up and it's late over here, but like recovering from the flu. Oh, you got the COVID. Hopefully just the flu. All right. Very bad. This is a very bad ordeal for me. Whenever you get down to the bottom stages of your spaceship that you're building or your rocket, it's very hard. It's like way harder than you could ever imagine. All right, let's try that rotation and see if that will fix our TWR issue. All about how you place the rocket on the ground. Not good. Let me check my that TWR is way too high. It's killing me. Literally, it's killing the rocket. Okay, alright, so let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Now that will fix it. Mm-hmm. Yes. There we go. That is a center thrust line that should help the thruster walk. Without dying. And we have our spacers. Roll test failed. Tilt test. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, drag bad. 10,000. 10,000. Approaching 10,000. 10,000. And roll slow. Roll slow. A lot of power. Push. We're punching through so many layers of molecules right now. It's ridiculous. And here we go. There it is. There it is. 78, 78. Equator, equator, equator. Push. We're at 3,000. 3,000. Need to get to 10. And release. There we go. 5,000, 5,000. Moving. Should put us at 7,000. Fast forward time. Slow burn here. Slow burn. Fast forwarding time. Let's check it. This is literally the... Let's wait until here and prograde and wait until here and oceanary junk has been taken care of. Resource check confirm. We are good and we are good to fire now. And we are 4,600 at a 1,000 kilometer mark. And fast forward time. 5,000 at a 1,300 kilometer mark. And hold equator. Equator hold, and orbit is just around the horizon at the 1,000 horizon mark. And here we go. 7,000. And 8,000. We're going to begin Earth escape here soon. 8,000. Come on, push it. 8,000. And come on, 9,000. And here we go, big money. 10,000 and cut, and cut, and cut. Slow, slow, slow. And escape, escape, escape. Escape confirm. Prograde quickly, quickly. All right, prograde check, and deploy. Deploy solar panels confirm. Earth escape confirm. We are now solar orbit. Face towards sun. And we have sun. We're recharging. All right, and probe is going towards sun. All right, set target, sun. Set target and to target, aim target. Recharge should begin. And we are target. And that is beautiful right there. We are set target. Wow. We have a currency of 6,000 plus 1,825. We have a currency of 7,000. And Fox, what I did, right, for you is I made an entire video before this. So if you go back to the very beginning of this stream, all right, Fox, I've given you an entire tutorial of rocket science itself. I've given you 300 plus like billion IQ to go into rocket science, right? And I did Paint. I have Microsoft Paint demonstrations of explaining orbital mechanics, and videos. We watched a couple videos, and it is all set up for you. So I did this for you, Fox, mainly, so you could understand how to do this. So this worked. We have 7,000. That is pretty sweet. So now we are going to head out to leave Earth now and go into solar orbit. Fast forward time and say goodbye to the sun, or sorry, the Earth. And there she goes. There she goes. Every single geological thing that's on Mars, Earth, all the planets is in rocket science. So you can go to the real famous spots. You can build a drone and you can create a drone delivery system to get there. But yeah, so we are good. We are charging, and our solar panel system that we created, it is working pretty grand. And our battery is at 100% down here. I'm kind of blocking the stats. But yeah, so we are at 100% battery, so we will never run out of energy right now. There's a moon. Look at the moon. Beautiful moon. All right, and so we are moving. Let's fast forward time until we leave Earth completely. I'm going to show you the scale. No, that's Earth. Sorry, not the moon. Oops. I'm going to show you the absolute scale. This 1-to-1 scale of our solar system is no joke. Building a rocket is going to be really hard. And our probe is still aiming towards the sun. And we are about to enter solar orbit. And I want to go to Saturn. I think that's where I want to go. I have the funds and the fuel to do it. And we are about to be pulled in by the sun here. The sun is about to pull us in. There we go, sun. We'll never pass this line, ever. It's something that will never happen because the sun is going to take over here shortly. And this line is just going to shrink. We are currently going 400 meters a second. We're going pretty slow. Well, we're going to slow down, and then the sun is going to just absolutely send us to Psycho Land. And there we are. We have a sun orbit. All right. So let's see what planets we can hit now. All right, we're going to use orbital mechanics. We're going to go to our APOS, and we're going to add a maneuver node, and we're going to check it out. We're going to set Jupiter as a target because it's the easiest thing to hit, and I'd love to hit Jupiter. This is going to cost us 8,000. Ooh, that's expensive. That's really expensive, actually. Jupiter has gotten more expensive. 10,000 to, oh, there, we got a Jupiter encounter here. That's a 10,000. It's expensive, so we gotta reel it in. Gotta reel it in, because that's just a little too expensive for us. All right, so let's try to do that. You know what? Let's go the other way. Let's go to Venus or something. Go to Venus. Set that as target. Let's try to. It's gonna be really hard. A Venus encounter can only be caught at like specifically a time, but we got it. We got a Venus encounter. So, or the Venus window. My bad. Oops. All right, so we need to get that up. So we need to get that up there. That's not expensive for us and our fuel economy. And there we go. We got an encounter. All right, we're 470,000 kilometers, which is not good at all. That's terrible. Terrible. Right, so we set this as target. Let's double click on Venus here and zoom in. Now we can see the encounter. Okay, no problem. All right, so we can see kind of how far away we are, and we're gonna try to shrink that down like so, and that will work. We're gonna get to Venus, man. Oopsie doopsie, that did not, what not, All right, and Fox, be sure to watch the video, the stream, the past broadcast that I put out, so you can have all of your questions answered of the game sometime. Okay, there we go. So now we're yeah, so we are now 98, which is not good. We want to get to like 15. Um Damn it. Oh, sick. I can change that number. I just did an arrow key up. All right, so that is 35. Let's just go. Let's do plus 4. Let's put in 700. All right, there we go. Well, I prepared the dish water, but I need to do some of the dishes or let them soak. Okay. Getting an encounter is really difficult with a planet. It takes a lot of time and takes a lot of effort. Um, Especially inward planets. Bitburner is pretty fun, but it does have a cap. Do cap and then it's kind of you're done. All right, so I like this. I'm gonna set this to target, then I'm gonna readjust my course once I get closer to hitting him. So we're gonna do that, and then right. So T minus 225 years, we will burn. Now you would have to wait a real 225 years if you did not do fast travels, which is pretty cool. All right, we're gonna warp to this maneuver and uh T minus 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 1. And we are burning. And hopefully this is going the right direction, which it is. We passed an Earth encounter. And I'm going to lower that throttle. And we're going to run out of fuel here. Hit the next stage. And we're going to move inward. Till these arrows line up. You're getting close. And we're going to prepare to cut them off. All right, now. Cool. We cut them off. We still have 4,000 to go. We're going to trash this maneuver and we're going to check out everything that we have. So we are really close to our encounter now. So from this point, we can go ahead and add a maneuver. And all I need to do is adjust this line right here. Believe. Yep. And going to kind of try to figure out what we need to hit. It should be about that. No. No. There we go. And that should let us hit stop that. All right, and then yeah, we align all the arrows up, stop that. We're in, and we're close too, so can kind of get a little closer by putting the shit. There we go. Okay. 300. There we go. 100. And there we go. 42. What the hell just happened? Thank you. Okay, so this is 200. Let's change this to 100. Let's put that back to 200. Let's put that to 100. Let's put that back to 200. All right, so let's go to 300. There it is, 270. Let's go 260. So it'll be 275. Do 274. Let's do 265. There we go. Let's go 260. Beautifully done. All right, we are under 15,000. That's where we want to be. Okay, set that to target and fast travel. To that waypoint. T minus 10 seconds. 9, 5, 4. I'm out of electricity. No. No, 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 no. No, not good. No, I'm out of power. Power. And just like that, that window's over. Venus is gone. That's literally how bad it can get. Now we just need to hope to God we recharge in the next 10 years. Okay, we've recharged. I have a full battery now. It took about 5 years to recharge. I'm scared. Alright. Which means that I gotta find another way to Venus. It's fast forwarding time. Alright. Um, it's gonna cost 3 grand. And there we go. Slide nose up and then... Oh no, my encounter for Venus might be gone. I'm hoping it's not. Yeah, it might be a mission failure. That happens a lot. I didn't accumulate for power. Here you can see the sun. It really influences you. Inner planets are really difficult. Okay, right here. Okay, right here. We might have something. And it says that's gonna cost 7 grand. Well, I don't have it. That is something I don't have. Alright, hold on. Let's try. Let me delete. Sorry, not delete. Let me remove my debris Let me self-destruct it, because its lines are messing with me. Alright, we're gonna self-destruct this, and self-destruct this. And then go back in here. Alright. Right, so now we have no more debris orbit patterns to piss me off. Alright, and now we gotta try to get on track. We have full battery. And it's just not, it's not good. Oh no. My orbit is like cursed. I mean, maybe. Oh no. That battery killed me. Getting to a planet is really difficult. Each like centimeter is hundreds of thousands of miles, so you know it's not like we're even close. That battery, my battery dying, and then take we're saved. We're saved. We're saved. No, that's 8,000. It cost 8 grand to do that. I can't do that. The sun's influence is so strong that it's gonna require the largest fight I've ever seen for gravity. Oh man, dude, that's 11,000 meters a second. Hold on. This is possible. I can do this. I can do this. I need to get to All right, what about here? What about here? Venus is so difficult. All right. There's no encounter here. I'm gonna have to wait a couple more years to see if I can't hit this. All right, we went a couple years. Give me something. Give me something. Oh, I got something, and it cost me 1 grand. Let's go. My battery is still full charge. All right. What if I just... It's getting to 2,000. I only have 4. So... Shrinky, shrinky, shrinky. Oh, I might not hit it. I can't hit it in time. Well, that just sucked. But this is rocket science, and this is how tough this game is. This game is really, like, incredibly difficult. Wait, no. Hold on a second. No. I'm looking at the wrong line. I am close. I'm really close. Uh-huh. 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 Okay, there. Okay, now we just shrink. Yes. Yeah, shrink. And pull. Why do you do this to me? You don't want to line up. Why? Right there. Okay. And we just need to shrink that till I can reach the planet. Okay, intersection right there. Oh, I have another intersection there. This is very difficult. Okay, that puts you correct. Okay, but you need to be shrunken. Still outside. Inner planets are difficult, but outer planets like Mars and stuff are easy because you don't have to invert your way. But all right, yeah, that's gonna, yeah, all right, it's all right. What I did right is I fucked up because I didn't put a battery on you. I didn't put a big enough battery. I needed to put a bigger battery on my probe to go to, this planet, and we're out of energy. So we have no more energy. So that's it, right? Like that's it. All that hard work, and you got to go back to the drawing board. But that is rocket science, right? That is what rocket science is. And each of these components and pieces have been programmed in your editor to work the way that you want them to. And it's just amazing. So this is rocket science, and I gave a really cool instructional video, right, for you, Fox, at the very beginning of this stream. This stream will be on YouTube and or Twitch, and there's like crazy amounts of math that I go over. There's science and all sorts of really cool things, and I wanted to just put that out there for you. So you guys, if you're not Fox, are interested in rocket science, you'll have a reference video to kind of like go off of. And then also my rocket science tool that I built, which is also in the Discord, where I expressed and explained everything already. And we talked about you know, we were just trying to go to was it Venus, right? So here in this tool, this will explain to you Venus, right? It'll explain to you everything you need to know, right? And I go over where to find that tool in the Discord and how to install it and everything, and mathematics and stuff like that. And it's really cool. It's 100% science, so it's a simulator. It's not really a game. But you will have a lot of fun and the reward of even just getting to our moon. And what I want to talk to you guys about that before I go eat some breakfast. And that is every single moon on Jupiter, around Jupiter, is in our game. So Jupiter's moons, you can land on every single one of them, which is astoundingly insane. And every single geological location on our moon, right? Every single place of the moon is on the moon. So the moon is literally 100% accurate. Every geological location is there. Now this is the side of the moon that is not interesting. And if you go here, you have the face of the moon right here. And as you can see, every single part of our moon in real life is on here, and you can travel to these locations. And when you get to our moon, you will land on our moon and you will realize that this is beautiful. It is wow. And yeah, so the moon is the only object that is 3D rendered in the map. Meaning that if you go to Mars, for instance, if we go to Mars, you're going to approach Mars, and Mars is going to look completely different than it does in the map, right? The moon is the only thing that doesn't look different. So when you get here, it will literally blow your mind, and you will literally just the reward factor of rocket science when you finally get to a moon and you land on the moon with the landing gear and everything, and you create your lander and all that, is just unbelievable. Saturn does not have rings yet. We want to make 15 quintillion objects, and Unity will allow us to do that soon. But we will have every Saturn ring. You could land on every asteroid around. That's the goal, right? Is to be able to land on, or just literally land on a moon and look out and just see waves of dust, and whatnot. And then you have Sedna, right? Sedna's on his true path here, and so you can't see Sedna because it's so small. I can't zoom in hard enough. That's what gets you. So you got to go and actually visit these places. But let's just give a clap because I was able to get to Venus, which is not easy, in a demonstrational video. And these are some asteroids that are all around us and around the Kuiper belt that we're studying, which is really cool. And when in the moons on Saturn, there's a shit ton of them. Just like not as many as Jupiter, but there are a shit ton of them, and they're actually in the rings of the planet itself. And so yeah, rocket science towards it's free with the purchase of the game, because once you purchase the game, you get into the game, and my brain just did that COVID thing. Once you get into the game, you will get a Discord link in the main menu. Join the Discord, then it's there. And then it has Mission Planner included into it, and this is where it calculates all of the in-game mission time to when your calculated launch dates are. But before you use this tool, I would really recommend researching rocket science. And to do that is to go back to the very beginning of this stream when I leave here soon and go get some food and watch me explain gravity, explain all of it. So awesome. I'm going to shut up and you guys can get to watching the video if you're interested in watching the past broadcast. Twitch disabled my past broadcast because of a copyright thing. I'm going to try to upload this past broadcast. It'll be called Smith in Space. So if it doesn't let me, go to my YouTube channel, Fox, or anybody else out there, and then go to my live streams, and it'll be the last one. All right, and then watch it from the very beginning. That's where I get into the details. Peace out. I'm going to go eat, then I'll come back and stream, and we're going to play some hacker games.